There's something strange about numbers. They follow us everywhere. From the moment we're born to the day we leave this world, numbers trace the outlines of our fate. They shape our identities, hold together our structures, and whisper secrets we rarely think to investigate. But what if the last digit of your birth year held more than a timestamp? What if it was a symbol, an archetypal key, unlocking a deeper truth about who you really are? Carl Jung believed that the unconscious leaves clues, and not always in dreams or visions, but in the overlooked corners of life, in the subtle symbols we mistake for coincidence, in the order we ignore because it feels too ordinary. The last digit of your birth year is one of those clues. Let's not approach this with superstition. Let's go deeper into psychology, into myth, into energy, and into meaning. Because everything that holds your identity, your name, your story, your birth, belongs to a pattern. And every pattern carries a psychological weight. In Jungian psychology, we don't look at numbers as mere facts. We look at them as symbols, living expressions of inner psychic forces. The final number in your birth year may appear random, but it reflects a distinct frequency. A resonance, a psychic archetype that echoes through time and humanity. It's not about prediction, it's about perception. It's not about fate, it's about awareness. So take a breath and let your mind open. What number does your year end with? 0. That's the archetype of the void, the circle, the infinite. You were born with the energy of cosmic potential. The 0 symbolizes not emptiness, but fullness waiting to be awakened. You may carry the burden of undefined identity, always wondering where you belong, but in that uncertainty lies your power. You are the womb of rebirth, the beginning before all beginnings. Don't fear your openness. It's the seed of creation. 1. You are the initiator, the flame, the start of the cycle. The psyche of the number 1 is individualistic, purpose-driven, often misunderstood. Jung would say your path is about separating from the collective. To discover your authentic self, you may walk alone, but that solitude is sacred, because only the one who dares to be alone ever finds out who they truly are. 2. You are the mirror, the partner, the duality. This number holds the archetype of balance, of tension, of emotional intelligence. But beware, your life will often be shaped by the unconscious need to merge with others, to be loved, to belong. Your individuation will require you to stand in your own reflection and love what you see, not because it's perfect, but because it's yours. 3. You are the artist, the triangle, the mind that dances between worlds. This is the number of expression and imagination, but also of distraction. You carry a gift, to see beauty in broken things, to make poetry out of pain. But Jung would remind you, don't just decorate your suffering, transform it. Use it to wake others up. Your creativity is not an escape. It's your weapon. Use it with care. 4. The builder, the foundation, the archetype of order. You were born to stabilize what others only imagine. You value structure, but beware rigidity. Your psyche seeks security, yet often fears the chaos necessary for growth. Jung would say, your work is to build the inner temple, not out of stone, but out of truth. What you anchor in the world reflects what you anchor within. 5. This is the energy of change, of the wanderer, the seeker of forbidden truths. You are never satisfied with surface answers. Your mind must roam, but your shadow, its restlessness, escapism, a resistance to stay still long enough to integrate what you've learned. Jung taught that real transformation only comes when the seeker stops running and turns inward. Don't chase the horizon, become the sky. 6. The archetype of the healer, the lover, the harmonizer. You carry a deep sensitivity, an emotional compass that detects the pain of others. But your danger, self-sacrifice, losing yourself in caretaking. Jung warned about the wounded healer, the one who gives to others what they secretly crave for themselves. Your journey is about giving love from wholeness, not hunger. 7. The mystic, the hidden one, the number of introspection and sacred truth. You are drawn to the unseen, the esoteric, the questions others fear to ask. You may feel like an outsider, but Jung would say, that's the price of initiation. You're not here to fit in, you're here to remember what others forgot. Trust your inner knowing, even when it isolates you, especially when it isolates you. 8. Power, karma, responsibility, the architect of destiny. This number holds an energy that's both grounded and cosmic. You came here to master power, not just over others, but over yourself. Jung would say, until you face your shadow, your power will remain divided. Your gifts become destructive when they aren't integrated. But once you merge ego with soul, you become a force of transformation. 9. The elder, the completion, the wise soul. This is the archetype of endings. You are not here to begin new cycles, but to end old ones, to break ancestral patterns, to feel deeply, and carry wisdom through pain. Your life will ask you to let go again and again, and every loss will carve you, but every scar will shine. Jung believed that wholeness comes through surrender, and you, dear soul, are here to teach us all how to let go. So, now that you know, ask yourself, what are you here to learn? What are you here to heal? What has your number been trying to whisper to you? Your entire life. Carl Jung didn't believe in surface living. He believed in the journey beneath, the journey through shadow, symbol, and soul. He knew that your reality is not just physical, it's psychological, and that everything around you, including numbers, can reflect back the very patterns of your unconscious mind. You are not random. You are not an accident. Your birth was part of a larger story, a sacred pattern woven across time, carrying symbols, numbers, and meaning. The last digit of your birth year is not just a number, it's a mirror, and when you dare to look into it, what you see might just change your entire life. Now it's your turn. Go within. Ask the hard questions. What story is your life telling, and are you ready to listen? Because your destiny doesn't begin when you find the right answer. It begins when you ask the right question, and that question might be waiting at the end of your name, the turn of your age, or in the very last number of the year you were born. Are you ready to become who you truly are? Then let the journey begin.